All right, let's see. So for the first one, it's how we want it. So we go ahead and find the intercepts. 5x is equal to 10. Divide everything by 5. X is equal to 2, 2, 0. I'm going to go a little bit faster because you should be okay with that by now. And then it's 2y is equal to 10. Divide by 2, y is equal to 5, 0, 5. Okay, so you got that, you get a mark. 1 mark for that. And now rearranging it. So I'm starting from the top. I keep 2y on the left. Right? I bring the 5x over, change the sign. The 10 is already there. Keep the sign. I need to divide everything by 2. Y is greater than or equal to no flipping of any signs there. And it's like this. Okay? So if you get that, you get another mark for that. And here you tell me, oops, it's solid, right? The true region lies above. I'm going to use reverse shading. Why? Because as soon as we do a system, we don't want to use regular shading. It's very difficult to find a solution region. No marks really for that. That's just for you, okay? It's going to make your life a lot easier. So anyways, we got that. Now we go over to this one, and we soon realize that there's only y there. This is a horizontal line, right? Horizontal line, and it goes through. We'll see that in a bit. We just need to clean it up still. Divide both sides by 3. No signs get flipped whatsoever. This is you get 1 for this. 1 mark for that. And then you tell yourself that it's dashed. True region is above. Shade below. There we go. So it's a horizontal line through 0, -3. And so now I proceed to graph. Should I just show you the graph? Sure. 2, 0, 0, 5. That's a solid line. Y is greater than or equal to -5 over 2x plus 5. So label. If you forgot to label, take off half. Okay. Then -3. That's a dashed line. Right, and I'm going to label that one. Y is greater than -3. That is taken care of. And now I'm proceeding. Oh, don't forget this one. Yeah. So X and Y, like that. Arrowheads on my lines, right? All of that. If you forgot arrowheads at all, take off half. Because this graph is worth 3 marks. I made it 3 so that I can, give you more marks for doing all of this. And so now the shading part starts. And so the solid line, I'm supposed to shade below. So bear with me. I have the key right here, but I figured some of you might benefit from seeing the whole thing, right? So that's gone. This one says to shade below based on that, right? Shade that, and I'm left with a solution region here. So you need to label the solution region as well. To get the 3 marks, all labels need to be there. Solution needs to be labeled. Dashed and solid. All of those things. Okay? And shading. If there's no shading whatsoever, -1. Okay? Because those are not inequalities. And now we need to figure out the point of intersection. So point of intersection, you plug them into your calculator, and that one I'm going to fast forward. Okay? So 3.2 -3 is what you're supposed to get for the point of intersection. 1 mark for that. You got 1 mark for the point of intersection. 3 marks for the graph done correctly. Okay? All right, so Is 6, -4 a possible solution? Show work. So 6, -4, right? 2, 4, 6. We know it's not, but we're gonna, yeah. Question 1 is out of 7. Well, sorry, and then these two are part of 1, so it'll be 10. This page will be worth 10 when it's all said and done. But the first part here, everything you did up here, if you add these up, right, 4 and 3 is 7. So everything that precedes this question here is 7, including the graph. So you need to show your work here. So I'm just basically going to plug in the values into the first inequality, right? 5x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 10. So that's 30. 2 times -4, positive 2, and -4, that's -8. And so that's 22 is greater than 10. That checks out. So you got to continue your journey. The other one is 3y. 3y is greater than -9. I always go back to the original. So that's -12 is greater than -9. That is false. Therefore, not a solution. You have to understand that any points in this solution region is a possible solution. You can pick. Okay, that's how inequalities work. Is the POI part of the solution? Show work or explain. If you watched the video yesterday or the homework video, if the point of intersection involves a dashed and a not, like a solid, then it is not. Both of the lines have to be solid for that point to be considered, because it works for this line, but it does not work for that one because this is dashed, right? So you either explain no, since one of the lines is dashed, right? That would be, you would get full marks there. But if you chose to show your work instead, so 5 times 3.2 plus 2 times -3, like you're actually plugging in the point of intersection into the first inequality, you actually get 16 minus 6 is greater than or equal to 10. 10 is greater than or equal to 10. That is actually a true statement because, right, it happens to be equal. So if it works out that way, it's true. And then the other one is 3 times y. Y is -3, right? There's no x in the second one. And so this is -9 greater than -9. This is a false statement. -9 is equal to, but it's not greater than. Therefore, not a solution. Okay. So you can either just know if it's an intersection between a dashed and a solid, it will not be a solution. Both of them have to be solid for that corner point or point of intersection to be considered. So this is worth 10, therefore. So, okay, let's go to B and C. You have to tell me whether or not it is a solution. That's like the half mark. You know how it's 1.5? The 1 mark is for showing it for both. The half mark is for actually telling me whether or not it is a solution. So if you did the work, but you're not actually saying, take off half, okay? Backside. Okay, so here we go. For the first one, it's 3x is equal to 20, and I wanted this to happen. That ends up being this, right? So it's 6.670. Not a problem though. And the other one is -2y is equal to 20. Divide both sides by -2. Y is equal to -10. 0, -10. So those are your intercepts. Rewrite it. negative 2y, right? It's already in on the left side. I bring the 3x over, so it's negative 3x plus 20. And now warning, right? This is the one I already told you about. You're going to have to divide by negative 2, so y is greater than 3 over 2 positive, right? 3 over 2 positive x minus 10. That doesn't look like a 3, does it? Anyways, there you go. I'll make Mr. Dirksen guess. So just make it kind of smudge it out there. There you go. And so this is a dashed line. True lies above. I'm still getting used to these 3 letters. That's why I'm always getting them. I'm forgetting to say dashed, right? So true above, so shade below. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm going to bring the 3y over like this. So the 3y comes over, but I'm going to put the x in front because I'm used to that. Greater than or equal to, the 2 goes over to the other side. That's kind of how I want it for my, it's easier to find your intercepts that way. So it's x is equal to negative 2. So negative 2, 0. And the other one is 3y is equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 3. Y is equal to negative 0.67. For this one, I like to have it as a decimal, because I want to actually be able to plot those on my coordinate plane. Oh, let's go back. You got 1 mark here. You get 2 marks for this one. Why 2 marks? 1 mark for flipping it, and 1 mark for actually rewriting it. So this one is worth 2. And this one is worth 1. And now we're gonna just rewrite this one. So I'm gonna base it on this here because the 3y is already over. So 3y is greater than or equal to, the x goes over to the other side, and the 2 is already there. Oh my goodness, right? So much to remember. Okay, so I leave it like that because that's how I want to enter it into the calculator. This is a solid line. True region lies above. I'm going to shade below. And now I'm ready to graph. So I'm going to put arrowheads on all of these. X, Y. I'm going to go 6.67 is right about there. 0, negative 10, this is 4, 8, 10 is right here. And that is going to be a dashed line. If you've practiced this, yes, it was a lot of work, but you knew what you were supposed to do. Okay? Okay. Then the next one is negative 2, 0, and 0, negative 0.67, right about there. There's a solid line. Make sure you extend your lines, right? Especially when we do 3, you want to have that. And I label this. I'm going to use the original. It does not matter because technically they're all the same. Okay? And then shading. Both of them are below, so I'm going to go here. This is like a fast shading here. Speed it up. Solution region. Point of intersection. You get 3 marks for the graph, provided the solution is labeled, everything is labeled. Point of intersection, I'm going to fast forward. That one is 5.09, negative 2.36. That's a full mark for that one. You have to use your calculator to find that intersection there. Good. Now, State a possible solution. This is completely up to you. Anything in the white zone. So 0, 4 would do. You don't have to show your work. Or 4, 4 would do. Right? Anything that is in the solution region will do. Do not say point of intersection because one of them is dashed, so that one doesn't fly. Okay? If you want to really show that you're smart, right? You're gonna go something like that, right? Just show off a little bit, right? Like, I know my fractions, right? But that's just like here, right? Anywhere up there will do. Anyways, 1 mark for that. Easy mark if you knew what you were doing. And then here, focus on the solution. Never focus on the shading. Focus on where is the true region. So this one is a solid line and the solution is above, so I do this right away. I was generous enough to make sure the points, there was no doubt about it, right? 3 and 1, and that's a negative slope because it's going down from left to right. So it's 3 over 1 x plus 4. But really, we can just say this, right? So 2 marks for this one. Half for the intercept, half for the slope, and 1 mark because it has to be pointing the right way and you have to have the equal sign there. Next one is a fairly easy one. Solution is below and it's a dashed line, so it's just this. And it's just a horizontal line, so that would be -4. That's a 1 marker, not a 2 marker. Add it all up. Mark is out of 23. Whatever you think you got, okay? So if you're borderline, is it 17 or is it 18? Go with whatever you think you deserve. It's a little bit of like it's you're the teacher, right? And you just go with what you think. All right.